Hello guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. This video is a continuation of the previous video on how to identify trends in the market. In this video I will show you how to identify them in real charts, because in the previous video I was just showing illustrations using just simple drawings. So this is a Euro JPY daily chart, and I have seen almost all the three types of trends in this same chart: the consolidation or the sideways trend, the uptrend, and the downtrend. So I'm going to show you how to identify them and some more properties which I did not speak about in the previous video. And let's look right from to the left side, going to the right. From this point here we can see a consolidation right here, because they are all almost equal highs and equal lows. And I said in a consolidation we can draw the support and resistance lines to just see clearly the equal highs and equal lows. So I'm going to use this to mark this is the resistance, and then here is the support. So now, as we can see here to the resistance, price came almost for the first time, bounced back, and then the second time bounced back again, third time bounced back. You see, it's more than once, more than twice, almost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times bounced back before going up and making an uptrend. So this is a good support, resistance, and then this is a good support, because also price when came down bounced back for the first time, second time, third, fourth, the fifth time it came out before coming back in again and then going out. Now this one is called a liquidity sweep, and I'm going to explain about it in other videos, but for this video I just want you to observe the consolidation and see the equal highs and equal lows, just as what I was speaking in the previous video. And you can draw here your resistance and here your support. That's it about the consolidation. When you move a little bit to the right, we can clearly see this is an uptrend, and because price in the charts are printed from left to right, clearly price here was on the lower side and then here on the upper side, so clearly an uptrend. But some more issues to talk about the uptrend. In the last video I just said about the higher highs and higher lows, and here you can see them: higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low here, this one pretty much, and then another higher high, higher low, not pretty much, and then it came back to this one. So some more issues to speak about here is something called break of structure. A break of structure happens when the previous high that was created is broken and then to form a higher high. So let's look from here. This was the let's save up on this because it's almost in a consolidation. Let's talk about this one. This is a high, and of course it's higher than here, this level here, and then price came down to form a higher low which is higher than this one, and then price broke past this high to form this high high here compared to this one. So this action of going past through this high here it's what we call break of structure, and we can mark it just like this object right over here. There, that's a break of structure. And then this high was formed because this high was broken down, and then after this one was formed, price came back down to a retracement, forming this high. When this high was formed, this one was broken out, so there's a break of structure here, and we can mark it just like this object, trend line. There, and then we are going to do the same for the next ones. So the same as for this one was broken, and then to form this high here, so the break of structure is right over here. There, and we can do the same for this one. And we can do the same for this one here. That's why I say this is not pretty much a high because this one was even higher, so the break of structure is around here. Let's mark it. There, break of structure. So not only higher highs and higher lows, you have also to observe the break of structure in uptrend, and of course in downtrend. I'm going to show it soon. So these are break of structures because the highs were broken down to form even new highs. That's it about the uptrend here. And from here now, after this high being formed, we can see price dropped. This is not very clear, but I'm going to show you the break of structures here because this formed a low, and then higher low, lower low, lower high, and lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, and another lower low. And let us mark the break of structure here because this was a low. It was broken down here to form even a lower low here, and then it was also broken down to form this low here. It is not very much clear compared to the uptrend which I've just demonstrated, but I'm going to look for another downtrend and then to demonstrate it clearly. There, so these are break of structures in the downtrend. From there was not very much of a clear trend because almost equal highs and equal lows, because this high almost equal to this one, and this one is almost in the same level, so it's pretty much like another consolidation. So let me check for another downtrend and then I'll get back to you and I'll demonstrate it very soon enough. Okay, here is another chart of Australian dollar versus Canadian dollar. It's also a daily chart. I like choosing the daily chart because it's a higher time frame, and then as I said in the previous video, the higher time frames are the one which show the trends clearly. So right here in this chart we can see a very nice downtrend, and I have already marked the break of structure right here, right here, right here, right here, and right here. So let's look for the lower lows and lower highs. Right here from the left, this was an uptrend. From here we formed a low which formed this high, and then lower low, and then lower high, and then this low was formed breaking this low here. So this is a break of structure. This one is almost at the same level as this one, so that's why I picked this one in the break of structure. And then this high was formed, a lower high, and then after this low here was broken at this point, this is a break of structure, and then another low was formed here, a lower low. We can also see something small here. I've not marked it, but it's also a lower low here, and then lower high, and then lower low. We can also mark a break of structure right here. Now this anchor point is going for the, it was going for the top or most bottom of the candlesticks. So here is another break of structure, and then this low was formed, which formed this high here, and then when it was broken, and this was a break of structure because this low was passed away, or let's say was broken through. Yes, and then after this lower low from this higher low, and then after this low here was passed right at this point, this is another break of structure. We can also see here another high was formed. So when this low here was broken, there's a break of structure here, another break of structure. Let us mark it right over here, forming this low, and then this high, and then break of structure to form this low. So these are the break of structures here, and the higher highs, and lower lows and lower highs. I want also to speak about a change of structure, because I spoke about it a little bit in the previous video, and it's right over here in this chart. Here, a break of structure, I said it's when trend changes from an uptrend to a downtrend, or vice versa, from a downtrend to an uptrend. If we look here, there was a uptrend. As we can see, there's a high and then a low, and then this is a higher high because higher than this one, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. This is not a very much higher low, so this we won't consider this as a higher high. We will take this one as a higher high, and this is a higher low, because if we take this as a higher low, this one is going to be lower than this one, so it won't make sense. So this one is one which is going to be a higher low, and then we are going to take this as a higher high. So we can practice more here for the break of structure. There is this one here. It's going for the topmost of the candlestick, but it has to be almost horizontal. This is almost slanted, and then there is another one, because after this was formed that there was another low and then a high, and then this is the break of structure, and then from here this was the higher low, and then this was the high high, which was broken around here. I am not taking this weak, because for a valid break of structure we should look for the candlestick body and not the wick. So for this case here, it's going to be right over there, break of structure, and then forming this high and then this low, then this high. So there's a break of structure right here, another break of structure. Yeah, but from here now the trend changed from an uptrend to a downtrend. Change of structure happens when the trend shifts from uptrend or downtrend to uptrend, but it's going to be seen, or I'm going to draw it here in the low. For this case, this was an uptrend, forms higher highs and higher lows, so the higher low has to be broken, and then a retracement has to occur, and then to form lower lows and lower highs. For this case now, this was the last low, the last higher low, because we can see there's a break of structure here. So this was the last valid higher low, and then this higher low was broken right over here. Let me mark it. Right over here. When it was broken, now this low formed was lower than this one, so instead of having higher highs and higher lows, we now have lower lows and lower highs. And we can see after this was formed, this low was lower than this one, it was broken, and then a retracement occurred. Just like I said, this retracement formed a lower high. As we can see, this high, the previous high was right over here, this one is at a lower level, so this is a higher low, I mean lower high, sorry, it's a lower high. And then from there, trend changed to a downtrend, forming lower lows and lower highs. So this is a good example of a break of structure. Let's see if we can have another break of structure. Another break of structure was right over here. We can see this is a downtrend, forming lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, and then another low here. But from here now, the previous high was right over here. This was the valid one, which formed this. Okay, yes, this one was because this was the lower low, which formed this lower high. So this, from this lower high, we came to get this lower low here. But we can see price did not continue down here, instead it went up. Now for the change of structure right here, we can mark it, should it be right over here, or should it be right over here? This is the valid high, so I think it has to be here. Change of structure, because, or some call it market shift, because trend changed from a downtrend to an uptrend. As we can see, price broke past through this, I mean lower high, and came back to a retracement, and then went back up. Now there's this formula which I normally use to identify the change of structure, which is break and retest. Of course, even to a continuing trend, it is the same, because we can see after a break of structure, price retests and then continues, break, and then retest. So this is a simple formula which price follows: break of structure, retest, and then continues, break of structure, retest, and then continues. The same way to a change of structure, it will break the previous, for this case, previous high, and then retest, and then forming now higher highs and higher lows instead of lower lows and lower highs. The same to here. After this small uptrend, here we came to get a break of structure because price went through this higher low, broke it, and then retested, and then continued downwards, forming lower lows and lower highs. So these two right here and here are the change of structures, while these ones here are the break of structures. I hope you have understood, though I believe there might be some questions or some things might be not clearly understood. Please feel free to comment in this video, to leave a comment, and I'll be happy to answer the questions. Please don't forget to like and share and subscribe if you are a new viewer, so that you can get more videos from my channel. Thank you.